Dude, that was a big old joker. He's tall, right?
Oh, yeah.
Wide open skies, rolling prairie, and sharp eyes, some say as sharp as 8 power binoculars scanning the horizon. This is Colorado pronghorn country. They're fast, they're wary, they're built for the chase. These speed goats will test your patience and your precision. It is September 26th, a beautiful day here in southern Idaho, and I am 2 weeks out from my first ever rifle antelope hunt in Colorado. Bow hunted there last year with Jay and Troy. Jay shot a nice buck. I learned a lot about learning how to keep yourself occupied in a blind for 3 days, sweating, and I did not get one, so I'm mad at him, and I'm going back this year with my 300 mag. But I'm super excited because I'm headed to a gunsmith out here in Middleton to install a Timney trigger on my rifle. I've never had a custom trigger on a hunting rifle, only on rifles when I was a police officer. It's going to be something different. I YouTubed how to do it. It's plug and play. I think I could figure out how to do it, but for my first time doing it, I'm going to have a gunsmith do it. I'm going to check out how they do it. Working on my rifle was one of the awesome gunsmiths at Midstar Firearms, which is in Middleton, Idaho. It's not very far from where I live, just outside of Boise. Installation on one of these Timney triggers in a 300 mag can vary a bit, so I had an actual gunsmith handle the job for me.
It's part of your job. Like, guns are just kind of got to be on top of your game, know what you're doing with them. That's cool. Like, I only got into this because I just am a mechanical nut and love mechanical things.
Ask anyone who's dropped in a Timney trigger, and they'll tell you it's as straightforward as it gets. But with my mechanical aptitude, I just wanted an expert to take care of it for me. You can adjust the pull weight with an Allen key. By the time mine was done, it was 1.5 pounds.
All right, 200 yards, a little bit high. Man, that new trigger, light and crisp. Love it. Cannot wait to get to Colorado. 2 days to go.
Some up top, there's some down low.
Lamar, Colorado is just one of the places where Sandy Hills Hunting Company hunts. And my guide was Tanner. Tanner's the one that I wanted. He was born and raised in Lamar.
He's real long, isn't he?
Yeah, he's a good one.
That's cool. Oh, and he's way over to the left from the other one.
Yeah, he's clear down here.
The success rate on these hunts with Sandy Hills out of Lamar are extremely high. And these guys have the leases and the private land locked up to get the job done.
A lot of times you gotta just use the little few rises that we have to your advantage around here. He's pretty long too.
Man, yeah.
Got good cutters.
Spotted this big goat from the highway out here. Traffic noise helps cover us, but I don't know. He's a couple thousand yards over this hill. Just gonna try to sneak in there, see if we can't get him on him. He's looking at us, right? You on it, Bailey? He's walking. like a sack of potatoes. Tanner, it was good to meet you.
Yeah.
Oh, my glasses were fogging up. How cool is that, man? Dude, that was a big old joker. He's tall, right?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God. Holy cow. Oh, look at that, man.
He'll work.
Man, I can barely put my hands around that. My fingers around that. Holy smokes. Man, what an absolute, just unbelievable morning. It was quick, but it was unbelievable. I could never have just imagined, after not getting a goat last year and trying the archery thing, that I could come down here and on the first morning out, have the opportunity at such a beautiful antelope. The hooks on this thing are just enormous. He's gorgeous, he's big, he's mature. Just absolutely everything I could have asked for. Yeah,
That's huge. I can't touch around
he'll
that.
pick up a lot of inches on this right here. That thing just keeps going.
Yeah, and here too, where this comes around and curls in.
Yeah,
That thing is,
yeah.
that's a huge cutter for down here. When you can grab them.
Yeah. It's always a good sign when you walk up and the guide gets more excited when he gets his hand on the goat. And you seem like you got more excited when you put your hands on this goat.
Number one is mass, and two is cutters. The cutters don't usually get that big down here. He's got some phenomenal cutters. Big mass above the prongs.
That's 79.7. He's right at 80-ish. Yeah.
Pretty much right at 80.
Good Lord, man. That is so freaking cool. Can't thank you enough, Tanner.
Yep.
Thank you so much, buddy.
Yep,
It's
you
great to
bet.
meet you, and
Yeah, you too.
the short amount of time we're
Yeah.
spending together. Well, hopefully we get a little bit of bonus action here. Tanner just called. He was coming to pick us up anyway. And Jeremy and one of his clients are 30 yards on a monster mule deer in the Milo. They're waiting for him to stand up, archery. And we're going to try to get it on film for him. So hopefully this kind of works out. Hopefully they're wearing Hey Dudes, because that worked out for us this morning. So we're going to go check it out. I've got 2 pairs of hiking hunting shoes. And when I left the house, I brought 2 left shoes. So that's how the day is starting off. Hey Dudes, antelope hunting. Now the good part about that is I shot my biggest bear a few years ago wearing a pair of Crocs because I forgot my boots in the cabin. So I wore a pair of Crocs in the blind all night and I shot my biggest bear. So if that's foreshadowing, we're in good shape. Other than that, my feet are gonna be freaking cold in about an hour.